Here in Miami, covering the Wes Watson debacle, all while smuggling in 50 keys of Turk across the border.
I'm in Miami, bitch.
Coach Greg, and in today's video, I'm here in Miami.
I'm in Miami, bitch.
And little did I know, I was on my way to Wes Watson's gym just yesterday to train with Hussein Farhat and Ashton Hall. Imagine Coach Greg at the same gym as Wes Watson.
Oh my God!
But lo and behold, as if we're shocked by this, Wes Watson gets arrested for felony assault and battery.
Status arrested.
Many people, they thought the fight was staged. They thought it didn't actually happen, that it's just for social media. Listen, Wes Watson, he was in prison in the past, he got out, and at the start, he seemed to do everything right. But eventually, the lies caught up with him. No way, that fight video looked staged as hell. I didn't think it was real at all. Are you sure the charge is related to that video? And so yes, it's because of the former assault, against the 7-foot monster. Many people have speculated this guy isn't actually 6 feet tall. We talked about this in a previous video. He was in the grocery store talking to another man who was 6 feet tall, and he says, I was looking down at him.
Okay, Mr. Tough Guy, calm down. I'm just saying, nice car.
It's now been confirmed. Wes Watson actually 5'8" tall, and I do believe that is with his shoes on. Coach Greg Doucette is frantically getting his camera and tripod ready to film a reaction video to this reaction video. Well, of course I am. But unfortunately, bro gets arrested. Now, here's the thing. I see a lot of people trying to height shame Wes Watson. Oh, he's just a manlet after all. He's only 5'6", 5'7", 5'8". There's nothing wrong with being short. If you're an alpha, a tough guy, a man's man, someone with confidence, would you really have to go to the extent of lying about how tall you are? And imagine the arrogance. Wes Watson, he thinks everybody knows his name. And so in his eyes, he is in fact famous. Well, infamous, famous for doing something wrong. But don't you think that eventually somebody's going to run into you and say, didn't you say you're 6 feet tall, as they're looking down at you? Imagine if Coach Greg said, guys, I'm 5'11". Eventually, somebody at some point in time is going to run into me and look down on me and say, bro, you're only 5'6".
Gotcha, bitch!
And so imagine having the audacity, or perhaps the false sense of ego, to think that you actually need to lie about your height in order to be worth something. If Wes Watson truly were a man, he would have had the confidence to say, I'm 5'8", 5'7", whatever. Does it actually matter?
It doesn't matter!
And so it just goes to show that the fools, the morons that paid and hired this man to somehow be their mentor, imagine what's wrong with the people hiring him. If people are hiring Wes Watson to help them, imagine the amount of help that those people need. Wes Watson himself is the man that needs a life coach. And so did he not know that Coach Greg could have done this for $39,000 a year? I could have said to Wes Watson exactly how much lube to buy, what size peg he should get, and that the best person to train with, of course, is Mike Israetel. He could have been lubed up, oiled up. He's in Miami. I was literally in a video with Mike Israetel and Jesse James West. As you can see, the mugshot, it literally says 5'8", 230 pounds. But how long do you think he's going to keep all that size? Bro literally is in jail. I highly doubt that the steroids that he's on, that he's going to be able to get them. They're going to slowly exit his bloodstream, and with that is going to go his size. Perhaps that is a good thing. Perhaps by getting off the steroids, he'll finally begin to think clearly. Over the past several months, we've seen Wes Watson get angrier and angrier, taking out his aggression on the gardener of all people, somebody who was literally hired to do a job to help him. But all he feels is rage. And so you can see, when you abuse steroids, when you don't have it in you to handle those emotions, things can go wrong. And so Wes Watson, he thought he would get away with it. Oh, he attacked me. Only thing, it was caught on camera, caught in 4K, they had it in the DMs, and so I do in fact believe he's going to be found guilty. And considering he's had a prior that he's been convicted in the past, how is it going to look for him?
Because if you get arrested for anything else, you'll be locked up in jail until your trial.
Okay, I just want to, just real quick.
Mr. Watson, please don't make any statements. You and I can talk about it. Thank you, sir.
Sorry about that.
Wes Watson, he's now seen the judge. He couldn't shut up, couldn't stop yapping. Perhaps he thought he could treat the judge the way he treats other people.
Your Honor, I don't see any local or out-of-county priors here. I would defer to the court and just simply ask for the stay-away order.
Lucky for Wes Watson, they didn't notice, they didn't know that Wes Watson had an actual prior. They thought it was his first offense, and so they let him off with $5,000 in bail. What kind of justice system do y'all have in the United States? It sounds worse than where I'm in Canada.
So I understand he went to the gym. He punched him, and then they used the weight. He used the weight belt.
And clearly, they haven't watched the footage. Imagine if they actually watched it. If the judge had watched it. Oh, he struck him with a belt a few times. They didn't see that it was a 4-on-1, that he continued to kick the man when he was down. Once they see how bad it actually was, he's not going to get off that easily.
You want me to split them both, $2,500 each? I'm not giving an ROR.
I understand, Judge. $5,000 is acceptable. Thank you.
The lawyer's thinking, I can't believe how well this went. Wes Watson, I got it from here. Don't say anything. We got this. Let's walk away.
Okay, I just want to, just real quick.
Mr. Watson, please don't make any statements. You and I can talk about it.
And rather than just saying, yes, Your Honor, he tries to interrupt. Can I just say one thing real quick? Can I just make a statement? Because I'm Wes Watson. Don't you know who I am? You really think they're going to be compassionate? They're going to feel sorry for him? That they're going to give him the lightest sentence possible? I don't think so. And so this story was first broken on Instagram on Baller Buster's channel. And obviously for all things Wes Watson, please go and check out John Bravo's channel. But imagine, what are the odds this all happens while I'm literally in Miami? I'm here in Miami. Permission granted. Crossing borders, moving work, guys. And have you seen the latest results on Turkestron?
I have a lot more endurance, a lot more strength. Today and even yesterday, I felt a little bit more motivated coming to the gym. I think it has to be because of the Turkestron.
You've seen Will Tennyson say it transformed his physique, that he really could feel it by day 3 and day 4, that it increased aggression, could train harder, more motivation.
And it just seems like any sort of like water or bloat that I've had is just gone, and my skin just feels way tighter, and I have like a pump.
And so we're probably sold out because, as you know, had to smuggle this stuff in from Uzbekistan. Very hard to get. It's not the fake Chinese copy plant, it's actual Ajuga turkestanica with Turkestron. And so did I not tell you so? Was I not the one that said, eventually you will believe me, that when you look back on this moment, you will realize Coach Greg was actually right. And so the other competitors, for example, we've seen Gorilla Mind selling Turkplex. It's been proven they don't have Ajuga. It's been proven this and it's been proven that.
Even though there are some in there, it's at such a low level, we don't even know what plant are in these products at this point because it's not matching either of the major compounds that you can detect.
Perhaps some of you are still buying it. Oh, I didn't notice it working. Oh, I don't think it's effective. You're using the wrong product. You're not getting it from HTLT Supplements. And so if you're interested, click the link in description. And if it's sold out, please click on being notified when it first comes back in stock. You want to get it before we sell out again.
They elevated the charge to a felony battery assault charge. And I know that he is still in custody.
And so remember, witnesses confirm this. This is not make-believe. This is not just trying to get views, staging things. This is not social media. These are actual police officers, actual witness. This actually did in fact happen. If you're really 5'7" and bold enough to claim to be 6 feet tall, then there's really nothing you won't lie about. These YouTube felons are really something. Imagine having to lie. Imagine having that feeling that you're not good enough. This is how Wes Watson feels every single day. And no matter what he tried, no matter what he did, It was never good enough. From paying off his charmutas, girls, to hang out with them. Oh, we met going for a walk. I just rizzed her up. She couldn't even speak English. What would you have said? To walking around dressed in expensive clothing, Louis Vuitton and so on, and the fancy purse, of which he carries his pick.
Ding, 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 ding.
Acting like he's better than everyone else. Look at my $5 million car that I rent. Look at my $20 million house that I also rent. Doing everything possible for other people to think that he's actually a somebody. Being a somebody, it comes from within. Valuing yourself. What good is everyone in the world thinking you're special if you don't think that you are? And so this is the problem with Wes Watson. Trying to get the approval of the masses, trying to be either loved or hated, trying to get the respect of the world. But does he in fact respect himself? He will be fine. He's a big shot caller. And so perhaps he just belongs in prison. Perhaps some people, they don't belong in society. They simply can't get along. But remember, in prison, there's a lot of men around. No women, it's mostly men. Of course it is. And so perhaps that's where he finds his true comfort.
In prison, you are somebody's bitch.
I just realized I didn't call him a piece of shit in this video or an asshole. I think I'm surprised. I mean, it's sad.
It's gotten so bad to this point that even John Bravo is feeling bad for this guy. He never called him a piece of shit, never called him an asshole.
Money, fame, greed, power, all of it got to him and changed him. And look what the end result is.
Money, fame, and power, it doesn't change you. It turns you into what you really are. It amplifies it. It highlights it. I guess Wes Watson's true colors, they shone through. He was given a chance. He came out. At the start, it was a positive message that you can change your life, that you can do something about it. Remember, some of us also are criminals. Some of us have done negative things in the past, but it doesn't have to continue. You can, in fact, change your life. I highly doubt anyone is going to feel bad for Wes Watson. He did it to himself. He had all the opportunities, the chances to change his life, to do the good things. And so if somebody throws you a bone, take it. Don't squander and waste your life.
I'll make sure your bond is arranged. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greg.
Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of those two bloops. And of course, for the cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, the Hard and Last Time clothing line, you can get it all on my website. And until next time, I am out.